Welcome to Ultraman. This is a video review for Ultraman Omega DX Trigaron. And here's how he scales with some other robots. He's pretty bulky, so he's probably more of a leader class transformer than anything. And here's a look at his packaging. It's pretty bare bones. It just gives you all the features. It's a nice bright yellow color, but it doesn't really demand a lot of attention. You could definitely overlook this in the store. And you can see like what his actual costume or model looks like compared to this, which is quite a departure. It doesn't actually look that similar. It's pretty different. So that's pretty interesting. He's definitely more silver in the head, whereas this has some black, which I actually prefer. I think the black gives it some more definition. And here you can see like another image of it, and you can see that his arms are very long, so it just looks like a person in a suit. I don't know if it is, or if it's just CGI, but his arms are definitely a lot longer in the CGI model. But yeah, this guy's got a lot of... Actually, before I get into that, let's go ahead and take a 360 look at this guy. And I really love this design, this robotic kind of lion, wolf kind of look. It just looks very foreign and alien. And it's just so interesting, all the robot details and kind of the organic structure. I think he looks like a really excellent looking robot. He's kind of a little bit squat and pudgy. It probably would have been nice if his arms and if his front legs and back legs were longer. But overall, I think a great design, good colors, everything looks just excellent. And then just like the Vargenis, like my real issue with Trigaron is that everything that you see that's yellow, every single piece that's yellow is actually rubber. So this is rubber, his horns are rubber, of course, even his tip of his nose is rubber, these claws. This is not, this is actually painted, but every other single piece is rubber, and that's especially annoying here. And it's not so bad in his tail because this is a really thick piece. But this, the back legs being rubber, is really annoying because even the joint is rubber. So when you try to articulate this, it's very squishy, which feels disgusting. This is not how a robot should feel. It should not feel like rubber, like a rubber eraser. And unfortunately, he does have a lot of rubber parts. He's not as bad as Vargenis because the only bad parts are these hind legs, which they really should have done in plastic. But I guess for safety, since these become the claws, they had to do rubber, maybe. They could have just did the rubber tips like they usually do. But I think it's just all cost cutting because this guy is about $50. He is pretty cheap for what you get because he does have sound effects as well when you press this button. And you can get voice clips if you hold it down. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty non-invasive. It's not too bad. But yeah, the rubber does bother me, even though it does look really great. But it's also like a kind of soft rubber. So I could see this becoming really discolored. By handling it, I can see it like collecting oil and getting dirty looking. So the rubber really ruins this figure for me. I think he looks great otherwise, and I kind of had plans to see if I could make him combine with Tegasword and make like a unique fusion, since he's like the size of a lot of the Tegasword roleplay items. But I think even though I love the design of this guy, I think the rubber just really ruins the whole thing for me and makes it not worth it. Even these spikes on the back are all rubber. So yeah, I'm probably just going to end up selling this guy. But he does have like some articulation. You can articulate the legs. And all this articulation is really just for transformation. And then you can articulate this leg forward. But that's about it. The head can move down if you want him to look like he's kind of charging. Oh, you know what? This guy actually reminds me a lot of like the Monster Hunter. I forget which creature it is. I haven't played Monster Hunter in a long time, but he looks a lot like that one that's kind of a wolf. But anyway, so to get him into his meteor mode, you're just going to fold down his feet here, and then you can open up this hatch in the back, which is, again, all rubber, and you can fold it, rotate his head all the way around, and there's his egg mode, meteor mode. It's stupid. But yeah, it's really not a selling point at all. And then you can go ahead and just rotate his whole back section here. And this isn't another annoying thing, is there's like a little bit of paint right here. You can see it's already chipped off. And that's because that paint hits this right here. And there's just no way to avoid that. It always just collides here. So you're gonna get paint wear. This was paint wear right out of the box. And that's just because of the design of this is just designed to make contact with this plastic bar. So that's kind of a bad oversight thing, but it's not too bad. And then you just rotate his whole hind section is on this armature. And then you're going to use these squishy joints and rotate his legs up. And that's going to become the claws. And then you rotate these back legs back, and that's basically the whole, I guess these are his front legs to the back. And that's the whole claw mode, which actually does make a pretty cool looking claw. These are kind of like thumbs in a way, and then when you hold it, your thumb is still here. It is, of course, child size, so you're only going to get 3 fingers in there, but it's not bad looking. I think it's a pretty good looking weapon, and it's very distinct from how the lion looks. And then we can go ahead and compare it with the Tega sword, and they are roughly about equal. They are both, like, if you just compare this to the shape of the hand, it is actually about the same size. So it's actually not too bad of a scale comparison. So yeah, there's that. Overall, I don't think I would recommend this figure. I got him for a good price on Tokusatsu Republic, which I've never used before. The shipping took a while because it's a holiday season, even though I got him in October. So it took a few weeks, but the price was the best there than I saw anywhere else. So if you're interested in this, I'd recommend that you get it, but just be aware, you have to be very tolerant of rubber, which I'm not. So that would be the whole reason I ended up not liking these figures after all, even though I really wanted them. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.